Clive! To what do I owe the pleasure?
I just wanted to see how the town's been faring since you brought everyone together.
Since we brought everyone together, all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safely away from each other's throats and firmly at the helm. Our stores are full, and the bandits, just as the good Lady Jane and...
Are you a lord? Lubor's going to be one too. They're going to make him the Lord of Dalamil. Because of how he...
It's the mayor of Dalamil, dear child. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. And my first act will be to build a school so that menaces like you two... Speaking of menaces, there may be a rather worrying one just over the horizon.
May there indeed.
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front might have caught the bandits' attention. And they might have elected to take... They have formed what one could call a league of... And they grow more...
We'll fight them all off just like last time, won't we?
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, the longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Our best hope, by finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join, perhaps a certain lord...
How could I refuse?
Thank you, my lord. Victor will fill you in on the particulars. I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable...
I'll go and...
What's the difference between a lord and a mayor? That's...
A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition. Still in doubt?
Ah,
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnis by now.
I did. I've developed something of a... Having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate. A sentiment, Master Lubor's...
You're not the only...
What is it?
He asked for my aid in putting... And he said that you might be able to...
Then you've come at just the right time. There are more camps in the vicinity than we... But we must strike together, and we must strike soon.
All right.
There's one upriver.
Leave it with me.
Fly, Ambrosia! Those ne'er-do-wells won't be back.
Thanks.
Fine hound.
Nice try. Good girl. That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
That's him! The one who killed Locke and Fingers! Take his head off!
I'd better let Vic.
Sid, where are you? Ah, I see the bandit.
No, but...
No.
What is it?
The whole town, they're saying that Lubo...
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape. And he says some of the children spotted him, and when Lubor felled him, and without a Christ...
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years. Which is what? If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life. One who has made a leader of himself when the world
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here. But I know one thing.
You're right.
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
We're sorry, Lubor. We tried to keep running.
But we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. All that matters to me is that you two are...
Look at him talking to his betters. All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he...
Once people make up their minds, we need to do something. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them. Convince them that...
You're right.
I'm glad you agree. I'm a Dalmec born and bred. They listen to me. You head to the top. Make Conrad and Natalie remember. They know that Lubor and I are friends. I might not make for Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted and impartial
I'll do what I can. Lubor, I can't promise anything.
And that is...
Why are you taking the bearer's side, Victor? Are you one too?
Why do they always have to make such a fuss outside?
He knew all along that he was playing us for fools.
Forgive me for disturbing you, but...
As have I, Lord.
That's right.
The rumors that he's a bearer.
He'll never be mayor now. Not if I have anything to do.
But what of his wares? Bearer or... In this at least he's done the town a service.
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind...
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you.
So what do you propose?
Perhaps. And they will thank you not to get him.
The townsfolk have made their minds up.
Nor I.
You never know. Once their anger is cooled...
All right.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearers?
I assume...
There's still hope.
But perhaps not in this lifetime.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. Give them time. We'll talk some sense into them.
No. And your efforts would be better...
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie. That a blade is a reflection of the smith who... Yourself be true. That was rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in. And so must I be. I must do what I know to be right. And now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalimil have something to... For only united can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit.
Don't go, Lubor. You'll be all alone.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that I go. Not only for the town, but...
How could it possibly be for them? The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance.
I would not take it, Victor.
Over. And so just like that, you're going to throw this town? And I thought you were better, but it seems you had me fooled.
Victor.
Forget it.
You sure you're making the right choice?
Of those available to me, but where are my manners? Right then.
If there's anything I can do...
I'll bear it in mind.
Lord Rosfield, is there aught the
Perhaps. My brother said that your order... Have you learned anything of...
Little and less.
I see.
Be assured, however, even now, our archaeologians scour ruins in every...
Fallen ruins, I take it.
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnants of the... as if protecting the secret.
Secrets?
Should our methods be of... Mayhap it would please you to observe.
Would that be possible?
Of course. Perchance you are familiar with Kretov. I was due to visit my colleagues there to collect... if you would consent to do so in my stead.
All right.
They will be most... Might I suggest you take the road through Titan? It will lead you straight to the village.
Thank you.
I wish you a safe journey.
Good girl.
Faster!
No mistakes. Come on. Fly, Ambrosia. This might take a while. run like the wind. Time to fight. You deserve a rest. Come on. Fly, Ambrosia. Thanks, girl. Oh no. You'll pay for this. There may still be survivors. Whatever that thing is, they say it's their leader. Nice try. Should have stayed in the past. These must be Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks.
Who are you?
Ah, forgive me, my lord. I did not recognize you. You are Lord Rosfield, are you not? We are archaeologians, tasked with surveying this site. When the echoes appeared, our brothers here occupied their attentions. Thanks to them, and to you, we were, for a mercy, able to see our duty to its conclusion.
You call that a mercy? Your brothers might still be alive if you put their safety before your duty. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying for.
We are charged with uncovering ultimate, a duty of the highest
And you think your dead brothers would...
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause. Now, to what do we owe the...
Cyril told me of your work here.
I see. That is most kind. Pray. May the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart.
It's one thing to lay down your life for another. But for a survey... I suppose I'd better get this back to Cyril. Here.
My thanks. I shall study them. And...
Cyril. Losses which could have been avoided. Had the others not chosen to complete their work, instead of saving... Were these your...
No. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the Phoenix. It is a...
Even when death is of...
My lord, I fear that this is not a point of... The Undying have served the Phoenix for countless generations. We live to serve the Phoenix. Our very...
Cyril. But allow me to offer you a word of advice. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal followers provide your survey parties with an escort. That they might live. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but how Joshua would want you to serve him. Please.
I thank you for your... If you will permit me to respond. Our faith in... And we of the Undying will do what we believe is as first shield to the Phoenix.
I do.
Then we are of the same mind. And it...
Ah, Clive. You'll be pleased.
That is good news.
Yes. Our comrade and... I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge... You couldn't do me a...
What is it this time?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask El how long... Find out exactly how much faster I need to get all...
All right.
Thanks, Clive.
Don't blame yourself, El. This is their fault. I know, but no buts about it.
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our The talks with the Republican Army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium, though prices have fallen of late. We deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter but the Consortium offered double what we did, and the Army jumped at the chance.
And you had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all.
El? I saw Vonnie leaving.
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist were speaking to about the bearers. How did the Consortium even find out about them?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the... This isn't over. The Consortium will have to... I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone?
Are you offering to be my... How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the capital gates. I'll say... You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. We've waited... Even if I fail to free these... Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beast...
Oh, and that's me, is it? Well, it looks... for meeting the Silver Peak Consortium. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls. She means to stay with us, then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but...
You have to trust.
You're right. And if El's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part. So I bid you farewell and safe... I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make sure the place is well stocked. You go to Randalar and see if you can stop my sister biting the Consortium's heads off. If she won't consider her prospects...
I'll do my... All right. To Randalar, then. And better not keep Eloise waiting. No use calling Ambrosia now.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal. This is the end of the road.
When are they gonna let us through?
I needed that. Come on.
Yeah!
Hobardinki, did you arrange to...
Here they are now.
You wish to consult?
I did. It's about the bet. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves.
You misunderstand. The Consortium had It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our...
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done.
Alas, you are too... We rarely take on such unconventional. The bearers belong to him.
Who is your boss?
A trader from across... A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed. That's what you get when you deal with continent...
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite... They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard. And treat them like kings.
That does sound... No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be... And with it, my
associates will be sorry to...
I'm sorry you weren't it.
As am I. But he was right. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to... Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to...
So you...
No. I entertained I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who...
You tried.
I did. And if what he said was true, they deserved more. I wanted so badly to see...
Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village, a pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head. Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but they need help.
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just...
Hold on, Theo. I'm coming.
Well met. Many thanks. A fine choice. You're welcome anytime.
Better already. Come on. To the stables, girl. Where's Theodore?
Upriver!
He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village. But
we just have to pray he makes it...
I can do better than that. Where are you, Theo? Can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy. Clive? Theodore, you had me worried for... We have to get you out of here.
I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream.
Theodore! Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you!
Elle.
Theodore.
Take care of my sister.
Theodore, wait.
Goodbye, Elle.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place, against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life? He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer, in more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made, and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo, why did you have to... I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help. I need nothing more from it, so I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be, bringing smiles to people's faces, just like we always have, and to Theo's, wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen. The life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own. To continue helping you however I can.
Thank you. Let's go on together.
come back.
The stew's awfully thin.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
How may I help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised? All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
What is this place?
Don't move. Here, it's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are you?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to pack. All depends on where we're putting into...
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who...
The Professor! I'll go and tell...
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsmen. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by enough.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this wreck.
I do.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
Come back. The stew's awfully thin these days.
Let's go.
Be safe.
We're not gonna overrun this one. Stay close, Torvald.
Let's try
count on someone your own size.
Karen says she'll provide what she can for our voyage to Ash, and has even agreed to forgo payment. Until our return, that is.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot.
Through